What's happening, party people? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday out there. It is still chilly. Woo! It is cold. 23 degrees here in the beautiful Atlanta, the metro Atlanta area. I know some of you guys are in the negatives. 23 is it's cold enough. There's a point when it just doesn't even matter anymore. I think you get down to about 15 and cold is cold. It doesn't matter. I got a question for you guys today. Maybe some of you parents can jump in for me, but I think this is a life lesson for all of us. This came up this week, but I have a question to start this off. Do you let your kids eat their dessert before dinner? Do you let your kids, if your kids say, Mom, I want to have dinner, I want to have dessert before I eat dinner, do you let them? And I'm not talking about a rare occasion where it's their birthday or something like that. I mean, on a regular basis, if you have a whiny, bratty kid that says, I want my dessert before dinner, do you let them have it? Do you give in and let them have it? Do you get weak on them and let them run the house? What about, Mom, I'm going to go play. Well, did you do your homework? No, I'll do it later. Do you let them get away with that? Do you let them get away with playing before homework? Or, I'm going to go play. Did you do your chores? Nope. I'll do those later. Do you let them do their go play and then the chores never get done? See, these are the things that this came up this week, okay? And I started noticing that my parents didn't let us get away with that very much. We would try, but usually we suffered the consequences because basically we would lie about it to say that we got it done, or we would do a half-assed job. Mom or dad would come in and see whatever we were supposed to be doing, and it wasn't done right. So we would get in trouble, we would get grounded, we would get punished. We'd have to go and do it again. It's terrible. I remember this one time in band camp. It wasn't in band camp, but I just thought I would throw that out there for all of you American Pie people out there. I remember this one time while I was thinking about this, while this situation came up this week, and I was like, I got to talk about this, right? I got to figure this out. A situation that I had came up where it wasn't, my parents never let you eat dessert before dinner. We hardly ever got dessert. But I was in ninth grade. I was transitioning from 8th grade to 9th grade. It was the summer vacation, and I was going to a new school. I was going to a private school, and in the private school, you had to read 2 books. They were on this list. You had to read these 2 books because once you started school, then we were going to discuss them in the English classes or literature classes. And I remember, my mom said, well, you got to read these books. And I was like, okay, all right, I'll read these books. And it was starting to get closer to the end of summer. And I met this girl. And I had a crush on this girl. I don't even remember this girl, okay? So that's how important it is. But the 8th grade going into 9th grade was pretty freaking important. So my mom said, Nathan, if you don't finish your books, you cannot go to homecoming with this girl. And what did I do? What did Nathan do? Did Nathan read his books? Nope. He thought that he was better than the system. He thought that, Mom's not going to make me read these books to go to homecoming. She's not that mean. Guess what? Nathan did not go to homecoming. Why? You would think at the point, I would thought my parents were just so mean and strict and just cruel. Oh, it's just cruel. Why, Mama, can I not go to homecoming? Because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't do the hard stuff first so that you could do the fun stuff last. You didn't do the hard stuff. Nobody wants to do the freaking hard stuff. Nobody wants to do it, but it has to get done. And what happens when it gets done? You get discipline and you build mental toughness. So that when situations like what happened this week happen, they don't happen. Especially when grown-ass people are acting like children because probably they haven't been told, no, you got to do this before you do this. Then they put ultimatums on you and say, well, if you make me do this, then I'm not going to do anything. Grown-ass people doing this. And then we wonder why our children don't have discipline, don't have integrity. They lie to us. We wonder why they don't have mental toughness. We wonder why they're lazy. It had to come from somebody. They weren't just born with it. Think about this. It's almost like, I see Oscar on here, so I'm going to use you as an analogy. I was going to use just a proverbial athlete, but I'm going to use you. So Oscar, my friend Oscar here, has this huge goal. Okay, it's a outrageously audacious, hairily crazy goal. Okay, in July 3rd, 4th weekend, he's got an ultra run that he's going to do. Basically, this guy is going to run for 6 hours. It's a 1 mile loop. He's going to run for 6 hours. Timer goes off, everybody starts. How many laps can you finish in 6 hours? That's the winner. That's his goal. Now, Oscar's out there, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Dude didn't go to bed till 2 a.m. last night, but he's doing the daily do because he knows that if he shows up at the race officials are not going to give him, well, if you just give me the first place, then I'll do the work. It's like, well, teacher, just give me the grade. Well, did you do your homework? Well, no. Then why do you expect to get the result when other people are willing to put in the work? That's it. That's the question. So, my thing is, if you don't do the little stuff, if you don't do the daily dues, when the big things come, you're going to crumble under the pressure. You're not going to have the discipline. You're not going to have the mental toughness. You're not going to have the fortitude needed when the pressure's high, when the stakes are high. You're not going to be one of those A-game players. And I'm not talking about just in competition. I'm talking about in life. When things get rough, you're going to crawl in a hole, you're going to crawl in a corner, and you're going to cry to mama. Or you're just not going to show up. Or you're going to give us every excuse as to why you can't come and play the game. But if you do the daily dues, if you do the daily disciplines, and maybe you don't have 100% confidence, especially if you haven't done it before, there's no way you have confidence. Confidence comes from doing something over and over and over again. You become confident at it. In the beginning, you have to have courage. And if you don't have courage to show up and just do your freaking best, as terrible as it may be in the beginning, I don't know what to do for you. I really don't. I don't even know a place that you can be in my life because I surround myself with winners. I surround myself with champions. It does not mean, boys and girls, it does not mean that we're going to win every freaking time. I have lost a lot of Taekwondo championships. I have lost a lot of tournaments. I have lost a lot of races. But you have to figure out what is it? What are you doing? Are you just showing up and breathing other people's oxygen? Or are you going to get out there and freaking do this? And it's your choice. It's you. You have the choice. Every single morning you have to get up and say, you look yourself in the mirror and say, Nathan, we're going to be the best today. It may freaking suck, but we're going to be the best today. You have to do that for yourself. If you have kids, you have to do it for your kids. Because if you're a whiny little Mitch, guess what's going to happen? You're going to grow up, you're going to raise whiny little Mitches. They're not going to have discipline. They're not going to have integrity. They're going to be liars. They're not going to be mentally tough. They're going to be, gimme. I don't want to do the hard work. Just gimme. I don't want to eat dinner. Just give me the dessert. I don't want to train. I don't want to compete. Just give me the first place prize. This came up this week. I thought I would drop it on you. I don't want to think that I was preaching at you, but I felt like I needed to stand up at the pulpit and raise my fist. Because sometimes you gotta baby shake people out of their stupidity. I have coaches that baby shake me. This is the way it is, man. You got to have coach. You got to have somebody. Everybody's got to have somebody. We all have each other. But when you don't show up, this is one of the reasons why I don't like team sports. I really don't like team sports. And you guys, if you've heard me talk before, you know I've never been a team player. I don't like team sports. Why? Because if you have a bad night, you go out drinking too much, you eat too much ice cream, you eat your dessert before your dinner, you don't feel good, your elbow hurts, my pee hurts, I don't feel so good, I got diarrhea, my head hurts, my girlfriend broke up with me, and we lose the championship because you didn't bring your A game, I'm going to be pissed. That's why I've always been in individual sports. The military has taught me one thing. It's taught me many things, but it's taught me one thing. I'm really learning how to be a team player. But with that said, I see where the non-team players are. I see the ones that are not in it for the unity of the unit. I see it when somebody wants to do their own thing because they think that they're bigger, better, badder than everybody else and they don't have to conform to the frickin' rules. You have to eat your dinner, then you get dessert. That's it. That's all. That's all I got for you guys. So, any questions, comments, concerns, drop those below. Let's talk about it. Maybe I'm completely off. Maybe you can be like, F you, Nathan. I like eating dessert first. I like to get that big sugar rush, and then I don't eat my broccoli. I don't know. Do something. Tell me. Talk to me. Parents out there, how are you battling this when your kids go to school and all the other kids in school are like, oh yeah, I get to do whatever I want? How do you instruct daily discipline into their lives? I'd like to know. I'm not a parent. I'm a coach. I know how to coach people. I'm a sergeant. I know how to lead soldiers. Sometimes, man, maybe something in one field can help us in another. Maybe you're a CEO of a company. How do you lead your people to the promised land? All right, hearts, likes, wows, happy faces, Care Bear stares. You guys have a fantastic Wednesday out there. Stay warm because it's freaking cold. And until next time, start strong, finish stronger.